Mia was impulsive, always chasing the thrill of the moment, much to her friends' dismay. So when her favorite band finished their midnight set at a local dive bar, and she wandered into the dimly lit alley behind it, she wasn't surprised to find herself standing outside an unmarked tattoo parlor. Its neon open sign flickered sporadically, casting an eerie glow. The shop felt off. It wasn't the mismatched chairs or the fact that the artist looked like he'd been dragged straight out of the 90s, with his dark sunglasses indoors and faded Metallica tee. It was the smell, something sickly sweet, mixed with the sharp tang of disinfectant. But Mia didn't care. She was in the mood for something spontaneous, something bold. "What can you do for $30? She asked, slamming crumpled bills onto the counter. The artist tilted his head, his grin a little too wide. 30 gets you something small, unique. She nodded, choosing a minimalist design, a small geometric star on the inside of her wrist. It wasn't her first tattoo, so she brushed off any hesitation as excitement. The needle buzzed, and the artist worked quickly, murmuring something under his breath she couldn't quite catch. "You'll love this one," he said, wiping her wrist clean and wrapping it in plastic. Mia gave him a suspicious glance. Was there something odd about the way he said it? She chalked it up to fatigue and left. By morning, her tattoo had changed. It wasn't subtle. The sharp, clean lines of the geometric star had blurred, transforming into swirling patterns that looked like tendrils. She stared at it in disbelief, rubbing it as though the design could be scrubbed away. Had she been duped into letting a sketchy artist botch the job? But it didn't stop there. The next day, while sitting in her cramped office cubicle, Mia noticed the tattoo move. Not a trick of the light, an actual movement. The tendrils shifted across her wrist, curling and unfurling like living vines. She yelped, earning stares from her coworkers. Her skin tingled where the tattoo had danced. Was she hallucinating? She hadn't touched anything stronger than coffee. Terrified and curious, Mia avoided going to the emergency room. Who'd believe her? Instead, she Googled her symptoms, which turned up nothing useful. Late that night, as she lay in bed watching the tattoo shift and swirl, something occurred to her. The tendrils were pointing, guiding. She followed the tattoo's motion, tracing the lines across her wrist until they stopped at a very specific angle, almost like a compass. "What are you trying to tell me?" Mia whispered. Her question earned no reply, just the persistent pull of the tattoo's movements. Over the next few days, the tendrils grew more insistent, shifting whenever she ignored them for too long. She tried to focus on work and her life, but the constant tug wore her down. Eventually, she gave in and followed the direction the tattoo seemed to demand. Her journey took her across the city. The tendrils shifted faster the closer she got to wherever it wanted her to be. She followed with increasing urgency, navigating abandoned streets and winding paths until she reached a rundown warehouse on the outskirts of town. The tattoo stopped moving, settling into silence. Its tendrils were frozen in an intricate spiral. Heart pounding, Mia pushed open the warehouse door, revealing a cavernous room lit by strings of dim bulbs. Inside were shelves, hundreds of them covered in jars filled with swirling shadows, glowing faintly. It was almost beautiful, except for the oppressive feeling of being watched. "Welcome," said a familiar voice. She turned, and there he was, the artist from the tattoo parlor, his grin as unsettling as ever. But now, his sunglasses were gone, revealing eyes that shimmered like liquid silver. "What is this?" Mia stammered. "Your tattoo guided you here," he said simply. "These are souls, captured and preserved, some lost, some stolen. And yours is quite the addition." Mia's wrist burned. She looked down to see the tattoo expand, wrapping up her arm like flames. Pain shot through her body as the tendrils began to glow. "No!" she screamed, falling to her knees. The artist crouched beside her, his grin unrelenting. "Not yet," he whispered, placing a hand over her tattoo. The pain stopped abruptly, leaving her panting on the cold floor. "Your soul isn't ready," he said, "but when it is, your tattoo will bring you back." The tendrils on her wrist coiled tightly, returning to their original spiral. Mia looked at the artist, horrified. She stumbled backward, desperate to leave. What happens if I don't come back? She managed to ask. The artist's grin widened. Oh, you will. Trust me. Mia bolted from the warehouse, her mind racing, her wrist throbbing. She knew one thing for certain: this wasn't over. And somewhere deep down, she suspected the tattoo wouldn't let her forget.